So it's very crystal clear now that a lot of everybody are campaigning now for 2027 election. But anyway, my message here is to the APC government, which is this presidency right now. First, it's obvious that the president actually come out was giving his scorecard to his party members a few days ago as regard to his performance during his tenure right now. So, though I guess the party members actually saw that the performance was okay. That is why they actually give him a one-way ticket to run again for 2027. But my only problem there is that he has given his scorecard to the APC members. But what about Nigerians? Because that is why I'm making this video. Because right now, Nigerians are waiting to hear the scorecard of what this administration has done so far in the last 2 years. And me on my own, I want to say something that, please, if the president's special advisor on media or wherever people want to come on here to talk, please try and talk in the language that Nigeria will understand. Yeah, I mean it. People should try and talk in the language Nigeria will understand. As like things that Nigeria want to hear, because Nigeria need to know what the government has actually done so far in the last 2 years, so that way they can know if they can trust this government in the next 4 years to come. Now, having said that, I want to quickly say this to these governments, APC governments as a whole, that there are some things you guys are actually taking for granted. You guys are looking and feel like it's nothing, but it's something. And one of the things it has to do with is our educational system. Look at what happened recently as regard to the young girl that lost his life during writing JAM, and what happened to during this writing of JAM process, and a lot of drama. But what you people fail to understand is that yes, education is important somehow in this country, but the means on what it takes for them to acquire the education in Nigeria is way too expensive. Look at Burkina Faso, yeah. Education has become free. Every time Nigeria does not have what it takes to have a free education, we have more than what it takes. And let's talk about free education. With free education, if we have something like free education in Nigeria, maybe this Esme, Boko Haram, insurgent that we are having today would have reduced. Because if people in the north actually have free education and the children are going to school there, they will not have time to think of becoming Boko Haram or Esme, or want to become a kidnapper. The north, there need to be more schools in the north. I just feel like this is what needs to be done, because the north has a lot of potential there. But there is, look at it, there is no school. We have a lot of Majiria, we call them in the north. So the government need to think of how they can bring in free education to the north, whereby people in the north, they can have education. Because I think that is one of the problems why there are a lot of insurgent, Boko Haram and Esme in the north. And secondly, let's talk about our health care system in Nigeria. My God, this thing is way too expensive. I'm talking about the private hospital right now. People cannot afford to take their loved ones, their children, themselves to check up again in the private hospital because of the cost. Look at that young man that lost his life some months, that lost his wife and a kid because of 500,000 some months ago. If assuming we have a functioning public hospital, teaching hospital in Nigeria, do you think that would have happened? The federal government, send your people, let them go to private hospital and see how much these people are charging people for just common sickness. Just little sickness, people are paying up to how much? Some 300, 400, 500, 700,000. This is way too much. The medical fee, the hospitals, the private hospital, they are extorting Nigeria. And the only way we can balance this thing is for we to have a lot of public hospitals in Nigeria that are functioning. Not when you go to public hospital, there will be no lights, there will be no equipment to carry out operation, there will be no drugs. They don't have drugs. They have to send to go to other pharmacies to go and buy drugs. This is wrong. This government need to privatize, need to make this healthcare sector a priority, and this government. That will help. Because look at it, these two major things I just mentioned right now, the educational system and the health system, it's way too expensive. Look at which day here I'm seeing a video flying on here where a private school principal is being so rude to a mother that comes to inquire why he beat his is it 4 years old or thereabout child that actually pull on herself. But if it's a public school, so many things like this will be avoided. The private schools, they are way too expensive. Go to some private schools owned by some churches, you'll be seeing that common institution fee are paying up to 3 million, 4 million thereabout. These things needs to be looked into federal government. We guys need to look into it. These are the things Nigeria want to see that are working. If peradventure we have a lot of good public schools that are even though they are good paying, but it's not much. But if you ask me, I prefer free education in Nigeria. But if it's not free education, let the fee be minimal. If the fee is minimal, then we can know that we are going somewhere. They're talking about the health sector. My God, please, federal government, this health sector is very important. People can no longer go to the hospital anymore. People can no longer take their loved ones to the hospital. We need to think of how either we're going to regulate the cost implication of how much private hospitals charge Nigerians when they come for treatment, or we need to start working on our public hospitals. General hospitals have always been the best, but right now we don't even have good general hospital anymore in this country. Because of why? Because it has been neglected. We are putting priority on the things that are not important and leaving the things that are really important. And if you ask me, these are the things that any government would have been able to use for campaigning in any kind of election that is coming. Set the educational system running. Set the health sector. Set them running. Then see how if Nigeria will not appreciate you guys. I think if those two are be put in place, then probably other things will definitely fall in place. But for you guys to start coming out for campaigning right now, I think if you want to campaign to win, if you want to re-win through the INEC and ballot paper and everything, then these two things need to be taken into consideration. There are a lot of things. Insecurity matter is also still there. Nigerians need to know that they are safe while they are traveling on the road. Foreign individuals, when they are coming to the country, need to know that if they come to Nigeria, they are safe. Because if we can put those things in order, then trust me, any government that can get those things to put in place have 100% chance of winning any kind of an election. And lastly, I know this one is not only to the government, this one also has to do with individual. That is why I want to see that the government need to set up a body, a regulatory body that will be moving around to check this inflation of food prices and things. The way the cost of prices of foodstuffs are going up in Nigeria, this is plain extortion. There people are making it, and some of them who happen to own a big shop in Nigeria that does not even like this government in the first place. They just use the opportunity to inflate the price so much that the people keep complaining about the government. The government need to set up a body that will be moving around to checkmate the cost price of things, foodstuff in Nigeria's market. If the government can do this thing, trust me, come 2027, your campaigning will be so easy. But if people start campaigning right now where those things are not in place, it's going to be Nigeria versus the government. That is not a good history that I think this government want to go down with. So I'm just saying, so please, federal government, you guys please need to look into it. And our special advisors to the government, if people come on here, people should communicate in a language that Nigeria can understand. We need to know the scorecard so far of this present administration. Not those BB grammar. Pinpoint the things. Let us know what has happened since this fuel subsidy has been removed. Let us know how Nigeria is enjoying the electricity right now, even though the traffic cost is high. Let's talk what Nigeria can understand. I feel I should drop this right now. But federal government, this is not the right time for campaigning right now. Trust me.